Hello everyone, this is Colleen Lema, Angelic Astrologer and Spiritual Consultant, here to do a special reading for the month of February. And this special reading is going to be a relationship reading because here in the United States on February 14th we have Valentine's Day. And Valentine's Day is a day for us that we celebrate relationships, whether we're in a relationship or we're desiring to be in a relationship. We're looking for that special someone or that soulmate, if you want to use that term, that we want to share our lives with and have in our lives and enjoy in our lives. So I did this last year and I had such a wonderful, great response from it. I decided to do it again this year. So again, February 2015, your special relationship reading. And we're going to use Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck. And for the special message card, we're going to use the Romance Angels Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. Now, your special stone of choice for that special message card, we have 3 different heart-shaped stones here. And the first one is going to be turquoise. Turquoise is a stone that usually vibrates to the throat chakra and speaking your truth and having healthy, balanced communications. The second heart-shaped stone is selenite. And this is a beautiful opaque white stone. Selenite vibrates to the crown chakra. It vibrates actually also to the third eye chakra because it deals a lot with past and future lives and intuitions, and it's an energy that really helps you to get in touch with angelic energies. And then your last stone of choice, this heart-shaped stone is rose quartz. Rose quartz is a pink stone. It vibrates to the heart chakra and deals with unconditional love, both of yourself and for other people. It's got a nice, soft, calming, peaceful kind of energy about it. It's a gentle energy. So again, your stones of choice, the turquoise heart, the selenite heart, and the rose quartz heart. Now, I also have to say that when I was shuffling the decks before starting the video, asking the angels to come in, I had this card fall out on the floor, and I asked if it was a special message card for everyone for this reading, and they said yes, so we put that back there. Now, I just want to, before picking the cards for this monthly relationship reading, I want to just talk very briefly about some of the energies of the month that may relate to relationship. So this month of February is actually a one universal month. And so because it's a one universal month, it talks about new beginnings. And since we're dealing with relationships in this reading, this can be an energy of new beginnings within a current relationship or new beginnings that you're starting within looking for a relationship, looking for that relationship that you're seeking to spend your life with. So again, there's this, this energy of new starts that are happening, and I even have to go into March a little bit here because as we move into March, the numerological vibration for March is actually a 2 vibration, a 2 universal month. And with the energy of 2015 and this February-March energy of new beginnings and then moving more into a relationship, partnership energy in March, I feel like it's an energy of empowering ourselves. It's stepping into the truth of who we are and looking for that special someone that matches that truth, where we can be our authentic selves and we can be empowered within a relationship with one another, that the other person, the other part of the relationship doesn't usurp your power, it doesn't take your power from you, but it's about equalizing and balancing out that power. Now, also astrologically speaking, Venus, the planet of love and relationships, is in the sign of Pisces until February 20th. Now, Mars is also in Pisces until around the same time. I believe they both move into Aries on February 20th. Now, Pisces is an energy of unconditional love, and it's very spiritual. and it's an energy of creative expression. It can also, though, be a confusing energy. So with both Venus and Mars, which Venus is the feminine aspect, Mars is the masculine aspect, and here again we're dealing with relationship matters, we may be a little confused or not seeing things totally clearly for those first 20 days of February. Again, it can be a very romantic time, a very compassionate time with that Piscean energy as well. So it just depends on what your circumstances and situations and relationship is all about. But once we have Mars and Venus moving into Aries on February 20th, and then in the first half of March, I have to say that both Venus and Mars in Aries will come up to Uranus in Aries and set off that Pluto-Uranus square. They'll also be connecting with the North and South Node, which is very karmic in nature, bringing kind of a change or a shift, a redirection of energies and events in your lives. So I really feel like that second half of February into the first half of March, there's changes that are coming about. Changes, again, either within your existing relationship, if things need to be rebalanced out or changed in a particular way, or it could be leading you in a different direction entirely, that maybe you're leaving an old relationship behind and you're getting ready to open yourself up to a new partnership or a new energy. So that's a little bit of a look at the universal energies of the month. Let's go ahead and pick our cards to see what the angels and your guides have to say for relationships in the month of February. And like I said, I even feel like we need to extend this into a little bit into the month of March. So, calling in all of the angels, archangels, our guides, master guides, teachers, healers of the highest vibration of light, to give us whatever message is in our highest and best interest as far as relationships and partnerships for this month and moving into next month. Okay, so these are our cards. Let's take a look at what they have to say. So we start out with the Three of Earth. And the Three of Earth says the power of creativity, recognition for very high quality work, and being a team player. Now, because we're focusing on relationships and partnerships, the number 3 is about expansion and being positive. It's about growth. It's about, I feel that it's about communication. I don't know why that comes in, but I just feel like communication. And the earth is of a practical nature. So there's something here about communicating with others, and whether this be in an existing relationship to where you need to have that kind of practical, down-to-earth, grounded communication and just kind of lay all your cards on the table, or whether if you're not in a partnership and you're actually looking for a partnership, this is, I feel like, communicating with groups and friends, getting together with groups and friends in the realm of sharing and communication, and maybe even a creative group too, being connected to people that are creative and utilizing their artistic abilities. But somehow this realm of communication is going to help us to expand and grow. And I feel like we need to look at the second card to get more information. So let's see. Okay, this is the Seven of Air. The Seven of Air says plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye, and poor timing. So usually when I see the Seven of Air, I feel like we're dealing with our own inner thought processes, our own inner belief systems that test us, to where we need to have more faith and trust, and we need to change some negative mindsets, negative belief systems, negative tapes. I like to call them negative tapes in our head. We have to change them to a more positive nature. So what the angels are saying to me is that we're dealing with old mindsets, again, in belief systems regarding relationship, partnership, what we desire, what we think we deserve, what we think we're worthy of. And I feel like we're dealing with old stuff. You know, again, this is more of on a mental level. So you might be dealing with some subconscious belief systems, to where you don't feel like you're worthy of having your dreams come true, or you don't feel like you can have all the qualities in a partner that you desire, or you keep thinking or revolving around a pattern that takes place over and over again in a relationship, to where the same kinds of energies seem to unfold within your relationships and partnerships. And this to me is saying that in this month of February, you need to work on kind of delving into that a little bit, going into the subconscious, and pulling out where that pattern started from, and to heal that pattern, release that pattern. Now, this could have been something from childhood, and witnessing how your parents reacted with one another. This could just be about previous relationships that you've had, or it can definitely be about past life relationship patterns, that somehow you need to, again, have more trust and faith in yourself, and believe that you deserve the very best. Now, the other thing that they're saying with this card is that, again, there's something about timing. And I feel like that is because of the Mars and Venus that needs to go into Aries, connect with the North and South Node, and connect with the Pluto-Uranus square in the first half of March, before things can move forward one way or the other. So there's that timing element, to where I feel like maybe the first half of February things may remain kind of unclear or uncertain, and there needs to be more, what do I want to say, more information that needs to come in. You need to have more of a better, deeper understanding of what's going on, and again, to have that deeper perception of your own patterns. And let's look at this last card here. Okay, this is the King of Water. So now we have a water card which deals with the emotional. And this says trustworthy, compassionate, respected, and cultured. And it says open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice. And then it does say charity work. But I feel like this is an indication that as you, and I feel like this is a progression, whereas usually when I do a reading, I feel like all three of the cards, or the cards that we have, which we have a fourth card yet to look at, but usually all the cards kind of work together for the entirety of the month or of the week, if it's a weekly reading. In this case, I feel like it's a progression of energy. I feel like the first part of February, we're dealing with the Three of Earth, and again, communications, and being more social within groups and friendships. And then I feel like we're moving into dealing with these old patterns with the Seven of Air, and again, that timing element. And then as we near the end of the month, we have the King of Water. And this could definitely be bringing in a new relationship. This, if that's what it's about bringing in someone who's more mature and grounded, but at the same time open to their emotions and their feelings. Someone that can be romantic and compassionate, but again, someone who's just more mature, has been through a lot, and has witnessed a lot of their own self-discovery through aspects and situations within their own lives dealing with relationships. So there's a maturity factor with this. If you're already in a relationship and just kind of working things out with your existing partner, then this bodes very well. That again, if you open yourself up to unconditional love, and this is both towards yourself and towards that person, to not hold on to judgments, because we each have our own personality traits. We each have our own lessons that we're going through, and perhaps the two of you, again, if you're in a relationship, have been going through your own changes and redirections. It certainly, has been a time period of the last many few months that has been dealing with a lot of change. And so look upon the other one with compassion, and send unconditional love and healing light energies to that other person. And I feel like as we near that end of the month, or again going into March, that this can bode very well for working through any issues or challenges that you may have had in your relationship. Let's look at the extra special message card here that fell out of the deck earlier. Okay, we have a major arcana, and this is the Magician, and this is Archangel Raziel. It says, You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them, and life is magical. And Archangel Raziel to me is kind of like the magician angel. You know, this is the magician. He is the magician kind of angel, to where your thoughts, your visualizations create your reality. So what you're going to be dwelling on, you know, what you're thinking about, what you're visualizing, is what you're going to create. So you definitely want to create the positive. So think positively, write things out, maybe make a list of positive affirmations regarding relationships. Visualize yourself happy and in a content and beautiful, balanced, you know, mutually respectful relationship. And that's what you're going to create. But again, to me, this is also about communication, higher communications, higher thought. And the message to me is very telling, because it says you are ready. So I feel like your angels and guides are saying that, you know, you are ready to manifest exactly the type of relationship that you desire. Again, whether or not it's an existing relationship that you're working through challenges, or whether you might be leaving an old relationship behind and getting ready to open yourselves up to a new relationship, or maybe you've been single for a while and just now ready to open your heart and open your energy field to that new partnership and that new relationship coming in. Whatever the case may be, it says you are ready. And like it says, you have the resources or the ability to manifest them. You have the gifts, you have the magic within you to be able to create exactly what it is that you desire. And this is in any realm of your life, but again, in this case, we're dealing with relationship matters. Let's take a look at the special message card depending on your stone of choice. So again, we have the Romance Angels deck. We're going to give it a little bit of a shuffle and call in those angels and the archangels for the most appropriate message for you. And for those who chose the turquoise heart, this one's sticking out and calling to me. So this says engagement, okay? And it says your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, now again, it might mean a literal engagement is coming, maybe for Valentine's Day. If it's not a literal engagement, what it does mean is that the relationship that you're currently in, if you're currently in one, is gaining a deeper level of commitment, that it's becoming more solid and secure. This is a very positive indication of that coming to be. Now, if you're not in a relationship, I feel like this is definitely saying, first of all, to engage with other people. You know, to find a relationship, you have to open yourself up to a relationship. And in doing so, you have to kind of start to connect with other people, start to communicate, start to go out in groups of people and friends and go places where there is potential to meet a good partner. And again, this bodes very well for this month of February and going into March, that you may indeed engage in communication with and maybe find that relationship, that more serious type of relationship that you're looking for. And engagement means a serious relationship. So again, if you're single, this could really assist in you coming towards finding that serious relationship that you are looking for. Okay, so for those of you that chose the selenite, I'm just looking for the card, this one here sticking out. So the selenite heart, people, says stay optimistic about your love life. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So that's kind of what we were talking about with the magician card, is to use your magical abilities through your thought processes, the words that you speak. Again, maybe writing out a list of qualities that you're seeking in a potential partner or mate. And, you know, again, visualizing yourself with another person, being happy. You don't have to put a face on them or any kind of, you know, clarifying characteristics, but see yourself walking hand in hand. See yourself, you know, going out to dinner, going out to a movie with someone. See yourself happy and enjoying yourself in a love relationship, because that visualization is going to bring about what it is you're looking for. You have to stay optimistic. Let go of fears, let go of doubts, let go of worries and concerns, and only think positively during this time. And that goes true too for those of you that are in a relationship currently. If there's something going on, you have to project positive love and light. Okay, and then for those of you that chose the rose quartz heart, let's just kind of spread these out. This one's calling my attention. The rose quartz heart, it says, getting to know each other. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, if you're in a relationship, maybe you need to explore further emotions, the further deepening of the relationship by being more open and honest, by sharing your innermost thoughts, desires, and secrets with one another. It's definitely about being open and honest with one another. If you don't allow another person in, then how can you expect a relationship to deepen and become more serious? If you're not in a relationship, I feel like you may be meeting someone or maybe several someones, and that you need to, again, get to know these people. You don't want to lay everything out on a very deep level necessarily, like on a first or a second date, but you definitely want to be real. You want to be authentic. I mean, there is something about keeping things light and fun, but there's also something to be said about being honest and open and revealing, again, your innermost desires, your innermost truth, and who you really are. Don't wear any masks of illusion here. Get to know the real person when you're meeting new people. So again, there's something here that means you have to be maybe a little bit vulnerable, whether or not, again, you're already in a relationship or looking for a relationship. Allow yourselves to be vulnerable and, talk about some of those deeper aspects of yourself. Dig deep and bring up the emotions and the feelings and share those feelings and emotions with other people. So I hope you've liked this special relationship reading for the month of February. I wish you all much love and light and peace and happiness and a lot of unconditional love as you move forward on your path. So many blessings to all of you. Many blessings of love and light.